How do you respond to incompatibility in a relationship?
How do you respond to incompatibility in a relationship? If I'm in it or I'm witnessing it.
You're in the relationship.
I'm in the relationship and I'm not compatible with you. I'm strategizing on how to separate from you in the most advantageous way. And most likely I will see what is the best way for me to take the hit, for you to feel like you're empowered and you are good and you are well, and you can blame me and then I can just go on with me and you do you. So I can find what's compatible with me and you can have what's compatible to you. So I'm trying to strategize to separate. Incompatible. I'm definitely not compromising on myself or someone that's not compatible. Mm-hmm. If I'm compatible, then we can compromise on things that we may like or not like, but incompatible in and of itself says it's not going to work. Yeah. So, no, but I wouldn't just be like, nah, I'm out of here, because to find out you're incompatible, you probably went pretty deep. So you probably, as far deep, you got to come back up. So take some time to figure out, make sure it's not things of my own character. Make sure it's not something that can be compromised, something that can be changed. And if it's truly just incompatible, like you refuse to fly and I just need to go cross country for my vacations and I'm not getting in the water on a ship, it's incompatible. I love you, Dan. I'm not going on vacation by myself. I'm not going to be leaving doing things by myself. We can work that out. Yeah, we can work out not being together. Since we'd have to work out not being together at some point. Anyway, that's what I mean by incompatible. It's like, it's incompatible. What about you? Your eyebrow raised a little bit. It was like that cool way. I can't do that when it's like just one and not the other.
I was thinking, like, once I come to the realization that we're incompatible, because I kind of detach immediately. Like, so
immediate. It's immediate. Incompatible. Done.
Like,
yeah. See. Boy.
Like,
that probably is the person probably making you get to that point. If you can just realize it, then, and that's a good thing.
And that's okay if they did that as well. But if it's incompatible, it's like, I'm out. Like, good.
Yeah, life is too wonderful to spend it, and there are too many human beings.
Because I don't I don't like reason in certain ways. Well, yeah. I don't like to reason logic with people.
Yeah. Non-confrontational about just your soul.
Because like, all right, we're incompatible. What am I gonna talk to you about? Because everything in my mind is now like, okay, I'm listening to an incompatible person.
I mean, we're not gonna be together anyway.
Like, nothing I say or do.
Incompatible means it's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Nothing I say or do is gonna make this work.
But you have to at least go through this process to make sure, because it's like when you like this, it's like you're gonna constantly have friction.
But for me, that's what now has happened once I find out that we're incompatible, is that me getting to know your name, your birthday, your favorite color, what you like to, all of that was some bullshit. So
so you done on all of it.
Like, if we're incompatible, that's some bullshit. Like,
no.
I don't spend too much time for us to not be compatible.
Okay, back to that life is fleeting. So their life was fleeting with you then.
If we're incompatible, I find out if we're incompatible. Like,
incompatible don't mean you're not able to be friends or associates. I just mean as partners in a relationship. You can't be in a relationship incompatible.
I can't be in a relationship, like, even as a friend, that's why I said people. Like, once I find out we're incompatible,
those are the ones you can still be friends with, because it's only because we're incompatible. Not that you did anything wrong. Incompatible. We don't work. Nothing's wrong with you though.
Yeah, and if we don't work, there is literally no need for my presence to be around yours. We don't work.
Not for love, not for a relationship.
For anything. It's a relationship. All right. If we're incompatible as work partners,
relationship.
In a work relationship, if we're incompatible, there is no need for us to do this anymore. Goodbye.
I feel you. Know what I'm saying? But I can be incompatible for work, but compatible for like sex. Like, yeah.
You could be.
Like you could be compatible. Like
You could be.
but not for a relationship, but for other things
But
like
for some reason-
business. Like I would
that
not
might be
like
very
my
toxic
investor.
of me, but it's just
Yeah,
like
that's probably why
just-
you ain't got enough money in investments. Listen, think
What?
about it. Watch, that's what I'm about to slow you down. Remember Admirability Money. Watch this. Slow down. Let me show
Okay.
you my leg for this.
Come on, let me see.
Let me show you something here.
Let me see.
Let me show you something, son. My granddaddy said when you want to go get a cab, you need to show some ankle, okay? When you're a black man. He said he used to raise his leg up. That's not for the women. It was for the black men. If you want a taxi in New York City, show some ankle. All right. So, yes, money. Seriously. Compatibility. Listen, that's the one thing that money does not care about, all right? So we do not have to be compatible for me to work for you, for me to hire you, for me to do business with you. We do not to be compatible because compatibility is compartmentalized for me. So we can be compatible in the bedroom. We can be compatible in the kitchen. We can be compatible in the park. A relationship, like being the person that I choose to wake up in the morning to and not entertain anyone else for intimacy with, that's totally different. So we may be incompatible for you to lay with me, for you to be with me in the bed, for me to call you and schmooze with you, but you can be still a person that's compatible for me to call you, like, let's get to work. We go to the office together. We grab the bag together, but we're compatible for work. We're not compatible for this relationship.
Okay.
And it could be a flip that we were in a relationship, but we were incompatible we were compatible for the sex, and compatible for the business, but we wasn't compatible for a relationship. So we don't have sex, we don't have a relationship, but we do the business.
Okay, so I agree with that.
All right, that's just a basic.
Yeah, that's like that. How now in my life I don't blur that many lines together. Just in my personal.
Hold on, what you talking about blur lines? My name? Oh, you trying to blur something? Ain't no blurring.
I'm not
blur. What a line got blurred?
I'm not saying that you blurred.
I said where did the line get blurred? Because I'm the only one around here throwing out lines. So I know
what
how
I would do.
I ain't blurring.
What I'm saying is I compartmentalize a little bit different. Like whereas there.
So if you can't have sex with a person, you can't work with the person?
No, what I'm saying is if I'm having sex with you, I'm having sex with you.
Okay.
I'm not, like, I don't look for the person I'm having sex with to be someone I work with.
Okay.
And then that is also not someone who, like, I'm going to do my hobbies or something with. Now, if we're talking about in a relationship, like, it's just me and my partner, like, okay, well, I expect us to be compatible on all of those levels.
Okay.
And that's that. But I would be knowing, like I would be getting to know the things that are making us compatible or incompatible. But once it's to certain lines where it's like, okay, well, in this we're not compatible, and this it's like okay,
and what could you not be compatible?
Like even in a relationship, if our sex isn't compatible, I can't stay.
Well, of course, because that's the whole point. You can't just start with sex. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
sex.
that's one.
Like
if our philosophies on life aren't the same, then I can't stay. Like even if our sex is great.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
But these are things. But if you don't, then work. If we're not going to be compatible with my work life or my work schedule or what I need to do to be who I am, we're not going to work in sex. We're not going to work in philosophy on life. We're not going to work there. Okay. We're not going to work.
Oh,
However, if you're my work partner. You're my work partner. So if we're incompatible as far as work, then we don't need a relationship.
You sound like you trying to talk about one person in particular now. Like you trying to skate around one person now. Because I'm trying to tell you, are you compatible? If they're incompatible, right, then they ain't in one thing. So you talking about sex, and this, that, because you no. Try to I understand, but you saying the same thing I said.
No, I explained two different scenarios.
But we both the same. We agreeing.
And that's what I said in a relationship. But you said, can you? So if they're not compatible in this, and I'm saying I'm saying that I compartmentalize different. So I would not be like if Like with me and you, this is a work relationship.
Okay. So if we had bad sex,
wait. That's what I'm saying, because you're going automatically to the next thing.
Okay, let me
I'm
stay
saying
here.
that
Okay,
because
we're not
it's
compatible.
a work relationship. No, oh my God, because it's a work relationship. This is all it is for me. We're not having sex outside of this. We're also not dealing with a lot of other, like, certain family issues outside of this. Like, it's a working relationship. If this working doesn't work and it's not compatible between me and you, then that's done. But we would not have to talk about sex, because I would not have that.
But what about my friend? So if you like, oh, this just work, this my friend. Like, 'cause I'm like, if you to my, oh, this just work, I'm like, you my friend.
But
so you saying now this only work? We not friends?
No,
we friends?
But that's a different.
This what happens. So somebody told me. Now let me just correct you right now, because somebody just told me this not even 24 hours ago, 48 hours ago. They was hurt by a situation like this about you. They did not know that they was not your friend. You was like, oh, this is a working relationship. We work together. And like, oh, but I thought you was my friend. So yeah, you do have a situation in your life that you compartmentalize to work, and somebody could feel like you're their friend. But you are looking at this as a work relationship. So I do know you are being true to what you're saying.
And I know what you're talking about, but even in that, ultimately, in what I explained to that person, is that still, even though we're having this conversation where you are saying that I'm your friend, everything that has been set up and everything that has been done has been my work.
I know.
So it has been a work relationship for me.
For you, I know.
Now, when you explain something different, that still doesn't change my stance on the brick.
No, it doesn't.
And that doesn't make me feel any type of way about how you feel about me being your friend.
But it can't hurt the person.
It doesn't matter, because I'm hurt. It's like, you get what I'm saying? Like, at the same... I'm not hurt.
Exactly. That's what you lying.
But it's
how you just lied and said you said, don't brush over that. No. You just, cause that's what men like to do. Soon as somebody be like, I'm hurt, then it's like, well, I'm hurt too. No, you're not. You're lying and you're trying to meet me in my pain.
It's not meeting in my pain. It's not meeting you in your pain.
You hurt me. How do you deal with the fact I said you hurt me?
Okay. I accept it and I hear it and I take it.
Oh, cool. Wow, you sound like Sotomayor.
But there's but there's always an explanation for an action. I explained that if you use
first hurt for me, validate my feelings. When I
did by saying I accepted.
That's not validate much. Like, you stabbed me, and you like, oh, I accepted. I stabbed you. It's like, no, please come and stitch up the wound. Like, take the knife out.
Oh, if I cannot stitch up a wound, I will not even pretend to do it.
No, I can teach you how. Come here, try. Show me that you're willing. Do you want to know how? Let me show you.
At that point, do it yourself, because I'm not dealing with nobody like that. I'm done dealing with people like that. If you're going to sit there and through your pain instruct me on how to fix
me.
Fix it. Fix it.
No. It's different when you can say, look,
fix it.
You stick the needle in it. I can't stick the needle in my own body. I need you to stitch it.
And if I'm not up to do it, I'm not up to do it.
No, but I need you to do it now. If you love me, I need you to stitch me up.
And that is abuse.
No, that is abuse.
That's
what help. That's what doctors say.
That is abuse.
Okay, this is what men don't understand.
If I tell you that I cannot do something and you say, if you love me,
I'm going to die. Because I'm going to die if you don't stitch me up.
That is still abusive. No,
that is called, you do not understand how to heal.
That is abusive.
This is so mannish.
That is very abusive.
So mannish. That's the man that says a closed mouth don't get fed. Y'all watch out.
That's not the same thing. That is not the same thing, but that's very abusive. To ask for help and to say, if you love me, you will do this. That are two different things, and that's very toxic.
If you don't stitch me up, I'm gonna die.
Well, if you know how to do it and you can instruct me on how to do it.
No, I can't do it, because when I sit, I'm going to go,
okay, and I told you when I do it, I'm going to do the same thing, and I can't do it.
I'm going to talk you through it. And
okay, so talk yourself through it.
I cannot, because my hand has to touch it at the same time.
And I respect.
Okay, it's in my back. I can't stitch my back.
And I just do,
in the middle
and
of my
I do not deal with people like that. Like, I don't do that.
Well, you never know who might need your help, and they cannot help.
And they will asking for help and being able to help.
To tell a person how to help you is important too.
To ask for help does not mean you are obligated to help either.
No, it doesn't mean you're obligated.
You're not obligated to help just because you ask for it.
No, but the onus is on you to not even need to be asked. That's the onus. No. So by the time a person has to ask you, to help heal a wound you created, that is already abusive and gaslighting. They should not have even had to ask you to close up the wound you created.
You don't.
That's what happened.
And that's not
I
something.
Said, oh,
that is toxic.
I said, oh, you hurt me.
And if someone acknowledges it and accepts it,
no, hurt is not to just be acknowledged and accepted. It is to be addressed to see how you can help that person.
Okay, if they address it.
No, you said accept it. That's different.
They would have to accept.
No, they have to address it, not just accept it.
They need to accept what you're saying.
Yeah, accept it and address it. Accept it. No, acceptance is not just no. You have to address it. So here's the thing: if a person says to you, "You've hurt me," then you have to say to them in a healthy way. Most likely, how? If you don't know, if you already know how,
right,
then you can give them your reasons for why you hurt them, or you could just simply say, I wish it didn't hurt, or is there anything I can do to address your hurt?
That's what I said.
I know, but I just was saying
that's what I did.
No, you said I accept, but it didn't address my hurt.
I was in the story.
Because I wanted to tell you how to address my hurt. I wanted a hug.
Oh, wait, who? I hurt you?
No, this isn't a hypothetical. This is theory. This is what happens. This is what you're supposed to do. When somebody says, I'm hurt, then you ask them, how can you help them? And then they can tell you. Then the person might say, because you said, I accept this. Maybe the person just said, I just want a hug. So all the talking wasn't even necessary. All you had to do was just give them a hug.
That's where you stopped the story on that.
No, that's what I'm telling you.
Because I did say, no, I didn't. In the story, I said, I explained the reason as to why.
I know.
You addressed, you stated how you felt. I addressed the points that you made.
But the person
had a conversation about it.
I was saying the person said, but it just hurts to know what they know because you know what you know. But I was saying to the person for them to know what they know.
At the end of the conversation that I understood at the end of the conversation that we are friends.
Oh.
But until
oh no, that was not understood. That was the part that wasn't understood. I promise you. That part, what I was telling you, the person said that they was hurt. They didn't say at the end they understood that you was friends.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. That person didn't say that. That person said that they was hurt. They was like, oh, I didn't know that it wasn't like that. Like,
and they wanted me to acknowledge that we are friends and not just working partners.
Okay, but that was personal part. That's the part they didn't share with me. I didn't get that part.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't get that whole the mushy part. Yeah, but they only shared the part that I wanted to hear. No, I just wanted to hear the hurt part. Because they don't. I didn't know the friend part at the end.
Because when they talk about Cody Dash, they'll never tell you how a conversation really ended.
With
they love to
y'all was friends.
Be the bad guy. Like, come on.
Yeah, like, but it's all cool. Because you was all business. It was all cool. Yeah, it's like it's all business.
What people don't like about me is that I'm very straightforward about how I feel. You just don't like the way I say it, but I'm very straightforward. If you use me in a certain way of this is what the relationship was, that's just what I thought it was. But I'm not saying that I don't love you. But that's what I thought it was. It's like, and it goes back to our part. It's like, we're not having sex. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. And not that I want any of those things, but it is just my work that I experienced with you. So I thought it was a working relationship, and it was a great working relationship. Now, when you bring up to me that, oh no, we're friends. Oh shit, we friends? Oh,
that hurts.
Okay,
ouch, it hurts again. Ouch, it hurts again. I'm not gonna keep explaining how that hurt.
Your friend. Okay, and just like that, I'm your friend.
Oh, that's so sweet.
That's all.
Don't nobody want to be your friend like that. Get like whatever. Cause I was acting like I was your friend. I don't even want to be your friend no more. Like it's whatever.
People want to be my friend.
I don't want to be your friend. You're not even friendly.
People want to be my friend.
Next.
Like whatever.
I'm sorry if you're sorry.
Sometimes I'm not sorry.
Right. Like, if you're not sorry, don't apologize.
And it doesn't mean that still my intent was to hurt. It still doesn't mean that my intent was to hurt.
If your intent wasn't to hurt, how could you not be sorry? If you hurt someone and your intent was not to hurt, how could you not be sorry for it hurting if your intent was not to hurt? You would have to be sorry.
I'm an apologetic person, but if you bring me, like I told you that this is how it is about X, Y, and Z. Okay. I tell you this is how it is X, Y, and Z. nothing hostile. Let's just say this is not a hostile situation. I'm just explaining to you this is X, Y, and Z. This is what it is for me.
Mm-hmm.
And you come to me and you're like, oh, Cody, like, yeah, like when you said this, it was like I didn't know, like that really hurt me.
Mm-hmm. If you believe the person that they really are hurt and you really did not intend to hurt them.
If it's a definite truth of mine, I'm solid on it. It doesn't matter to me that it hurt
it hurt them.
And not that my intent was to hurt, but I'm not apologetic
it doesn't matter.
for it.
You're not apologetic.
Yes.
And their pain does not
warrant an apology.
Not apology. Does their pain have an effect on you?
I see it.
Okay.
And I address it. I can see it.
Does it have a feeling for you?
Yeah, like I can acknowledge that you said that you're in pain.
Yeah, does someone else's pain, if you're unapologetic, would their pain cause any feeling other than an awareness? Like awareness doesn't necessarily have a feeling.
If I'm unapologetic, no.
Okay. So there wouldn't be a feeling to it.
No, I don't have a feeling to it. I feel the feeling is indifferent. I'm indifferent to it. Like, well.
There's a feeling of indifference.
Yes.
Okay.
If I'm apologetic, then I'm apologetic. Like it depends on the situation. Like if it's something that I felt,
non-apologetic leads to indifference. Would lead you to be indifferent if you're not apologetic, but you can understand.
Yeah, essentially I'd be indifferent because I'm not like taking the time to process this with you. I'm not like engaging to see like what really was it. Like what did you want? It's like, oh, it was that got you. Oh, okay, cool. Because given the opportunity and the circumstance again, I'll probably do that again. Like
indifference,
like I'm indifferent.
Indifference is worse than hate. That's what I'll say.
But I don't hate it.
Yeah, I know.
It's just
sometimes I take the hate over indifference.
Do I care? I care.
Indifference, there's no caring in indifference. In indifference, there's no care. That literally is what indifference is. I don't think you felt total indifference.
It's
you care about yourself.
It's not total indifference.
Indifference
is
total. It's like sort of pregnant, a little pregnant. Like indifference is literally indifferent, and you actually have feelings. You're not indifferent.
So then what, like, it's like, or it's like...
It doesn't matter more. You definitely prioritize yourself. It matters. But it does not reach to the level of mattering as much as whatever you're doing. And that's understandable. You are the priority. And so your feelings, your mental health, your emotion, and whatever you've made that decision based upon is what takes priority. You are centering yourself. And every human being needs to do that. That's a good thing. Pat on, you are supposed to center yourself at all times.
I think it's healthy.
It's definitely the way to go, to center yourself.
Yeah, because you have to. Otherwise, you do run into those situations where but
definitely not indifference.
But you're
not to a level.
But you're allowed that variety because in every situation, like you will feel apologetic sometimes. You will not feel apologetic sometimes, and that is okay.
Yeah,
and both times they will be from people who say they hurt you, but in certain situations, you just.
I mean, you hurt people on. I mean, I hurt people on purpose.
I hurt people on purpose as well, and sometimes I apologize for that, and sometimes I don't.
And I definitely apologize if I hurt you on purpose because I don't want you to hurt.
Yo, it's Knoet Dash. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for our latest videos and updates.